What a beautiful view here from our Airbnb here in Rosebank, one of the wealthiest areas of Johannesburg. Just over there, though, we see the Central Business District and Hillbrow, as well as the Ponte City apartments. This building became a symbol for dystopia and urban decay back in the 1980s and 90s.
We're going now.
This brutalist monolith was built in the 1960s by the ruling apartheid government as a symbol of power and prestige. The first 10 levels consisted of shopping and business, and all the wealthiest people of Johannesburg lived there until they started having interracial couples, and the area was condemned by the apartheid government. Electricity and water was shut off, and all of the wealthy people moved out of the area. 14 stories of trash. 14 stories of trash goes all the way up to 2 stories past crisscross. In the 1980s, with wealthy people leaving this area, squatters, hijackers, and crime lords all poured in. This became one of the most dangerous areas of Johannesburg.
They used to have trash all the way up to the 14th floor, and with dead bodies mixed into it.
In case of fire, well, don't use the stairs. Locked. Wow, we just walked past 2 city blocks where there were abandoned and hijacked buildings, all with people living inside. A hijacked building is where the owner has abandoned it, they've left, and someone else came in and took ownership, even though they don't have the property rights. And they are charging people rent to live there.
They're talking, they know that no one is going to rob them here. They are there.
Because this trust fund came in and restored things.
And also the Itema guys, they have their own.
Itema helps to restore these hijacked buildings that are actually owned by private owners, but they've never come back for them. Big corporations give grants to Ithemba so they can say they're doing something good for the community by helping to clean up a slum. Our tour guides say they do like Ithemba. They help to clean up the buildings, make them nice and affordable, and they clean out all of the drug addicts. They do this through some kind of unconventional means, though. They hire big security forces called Red Ants, and they literally evict everyone from the building. And it's not really clear where they end up. It sounds like these undocumented and poor people who are struggling just end up going to the further districts on the perimeter, not really solving the problem of poverty and inequality. So this is where they're unofficially subletting their places out, basically. This is a public park. The government does clean this up, but not frequently enough. There's so much more trash that gets put down on a regular basis. What are they?
So it's like lending in the community.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper to buy things here in South Africa and ship it back to Zimbabwe. This is a single truck with all the things. That's so interesting.
They believe that is cheaper. The dollar in Zim doesn't live like
a hotel.
What kind of hotel now?
Yeah.
Nowadays, this is a brothel. This is a brothel. Okay. When inside there for research purposes. When you go inside there, you're going to find a guy called Tiny. So Tiny, so Tiny is not a tiny guy. It's really a buff guy, a muscular guy. Ladies of the Summit Club or the ladies who sell sex in the Summit Club, they rent these apartments at the top there. So that's where they render their services at the top there.
What a busy street. Oh, they're selling right here, and there's all this stagnating water. Wow. Oh, the park is so dirty. It's so sad. There's no sanitation here. The government doesn't support these areas because it's not in their interest. It's mostly illegal immigrants who live here. Politicians feel like they're not even going to get voters as a result of supporting this area, so they mostly don't. They say anyone driving a BMW here is probably drug dealer. It smells like sewage here. A lot of the hijacked buildings don't have proper sewage, just dumping it onto the streets. Wow, 51st story of Ponte Tower. So much disparity.
Okay, all the trash that way. We're in Berea. We just walked through Hillbrow. Really poor living conditions. It's heartbreaking to see.